Yep. Hey there, folks. Just want to show you what I've been working on. I'm working on some blacklight panels for my hunt this year. I got 2 more done, and kind of go over some of the different paints. So, I'll show you what I'm working on. So, there is the blacklight panels that I've painted up. So, I guess some people like Jose would say it's old school. I don't know what old school means other than basic, simple. No blending of paints, not using airbrush, just using regular old brushes on this thing. So there's kind of what they look like. A step farther back so you can see them. But show you what this thing looks like in the black light. So give me a second. So put on your 3D glasses, people. Maybe this will really pop. I'm not too sure, but that's what it looks like at night in the black light. And to show you some of the paints, this is kind of a color scheme here of the different paints. So daylight, you can see the top row is Economy Blick Relic from Dick Blick. Just bought a couple of paints to try out with that. The next row, which is only 3 colors, is the Wildfire. That's more expensive paint. The bottom 2 rows, like this and that, are airbrush paints. Even though these are not put on with airbrush, they were just daubed on with a paintbrush. And then over here is some other colors. Top row is Biocolor paints, and the bottom row is Sargent Art from Hobby Lobby. And as you can see, there's not too much difference in the daylight view of them. So now I'll show you what they look like with no lights on and on black light. So as you can see, I mean, the white looks like Wildfire is the only company that really sells a white blacklight paint, so it really stands out. But these colors here are all green. Those are supposed to be yellow. In this particular lighting, they almost look the same color. The Wildfire green is really a darker green. It really doesn't show a real vibrant color. Over here is your cheaper paints. So when you're talking about these paints, the top row, even though this is red, that's pink, they almost look identical under black light. But the Biocolor, you can typically get this in a gallon anywhere from $20 to $26 roughly. It's really economical if you're doing large cover areas. The only issue that I had with it is that it doesn't spread real thick, so it takes multiple coats for it. The Sargent paint right below it, you can typically get it, with your 40% coupon from Hobby Lobby that they always have. I just don't know why they just make everything 40% off. But anyway, that's fairly cheap paint, and this paint up here is fairly cheap. And so price-wise, between these 2 colors and this top row here from Dick Blick, you're looking at roughly around 20 cents an ounce when you're buying this stuff, or less, versus getting the more expensive paints. You're looking at anywhere from $1 an ounce to $2 an ounce, which kind of gets kind of pricey. But if you're wanting to do airbrush work, I would probably recommend the actual airbrush paint and not try to water down any of the other type of paints. And so the Wicked, this bottom row here is called Wicked Colors, and this set here is called Createx. And like I said, those are airbrush paints and work really good in an airbrush with very low pressure. So it just kind of give you the rundowns of the different paints. Suggest always painting on a white background. If you paint it on a black background, it takes longer or more coats to cover up the black. So other than that, I guess that's about it. Got any questions, feel free to ask. Try to help out as much as possible. I'm fairly new to this, so it's all trial and error. So I got a lot more painting to be done. I got probably 3 more brick panels I got to make up, but I can't make those until it gets closer to Halloween, because I've actually got some panels that I made last year that I need to paint on the back side of them. So those panels aren't going to be done until, roughly October 1st. But I still got probably 10 to 12 more panels to paint in various other rooms, and I'll be starting on those. Got 4 sheets of plywood stacked up back here in the back to start up. So, happy Halloween.